Good evening. On this Wednesday, we're going to go a little more international with our whiskey choices. It's an Israeli whiskey from M&H Whisky Distillery. It's called the Elements Single Malt Whiskey Sherry. Oh, wow. That is really bundled up. I gave $49.99 for it, where I bought it at. It is 46% alcohol by volume, made in Tel Aviv, Israel, in the M&H Distillery. The finest selection of bourbon and sherry casks. Got some blurb here. What we should be getting, which I'm not going to look at. It says non-chill filter natural color. Hey, hey, hey. And we'll get to that blurb here in a minute. Let's get it poured first, so we're not dragging this one on too terribly long. Oh, no. 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 Oh, don't do that to me. I don't want to cut myself. I'm not in a cut myself mood kind of day. Kind of day. Kind of day. Let's just do it like this right here. I'll sharpen that later. Yes, my dear. Foil cap. No, it's a real foil cap. Real foil, so they have that going for them. Whatever that technically means, really. They had several options. I chose the sherry. Oh, you get the sherry. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It is a faux cork for those that have, who thinks that means something. I may like regular corks for the, natural corks for the better for the environment side of things, I think. But there's something to be said for those kind of corks too. You know, I don't think it hurts anything. Distilled, matured in, and bottled in Tel Aviv. Oh, it's a nice. They got everything on the front of this. Non-chill filter, natural, 46% alcohol by volume, which is good. I think that's where a good whiskey, 44 to 46% is where they start out for me. You have 42 and 40, they're good, but I think when you get up in that 44, especially that 46% range, they start finding their own there as they even go higher. I mean, there is a point where you reach a lot of times where there's not a good return for the maturing of, the high ABV, but you know, that's each distillery is different in that aspect too. Okay, this single malt whiskey was aged in the finest bourbon, PX, and Oloroso sherry cask. So it's got a little bit of both in there, giving a rich texture and deep flavor. Matured under the Tel Aviv sun. Tom and Goran head distillery. I mean, they give you all kinds of information on here. You know, I certified kosher, which if you're Jewish, that carries weight. I'm not Jewish. For me, it's a non-starter, I guess. Let's read a little bit of this blurb too, because I didn't really do it. Since this is my first international Israeli whiskey. It's not my first international whiskey, my first Israeli whiskey. Take true passion for single malt whiskey and boldness and cutting edge innovation. Mix it with uncompromising commitment to craftsmanship and tradition, and you get the M&H Distillery. Established under the guidance of the late Dr. Jim Swan, we built a team of enthusiastic people who make everything possible. The Element series tells the story of meticulous cask selection. Each expression has a different cask element, and that enhances the whiskey to a new level of flavor. The sherry element is crafted in kosher sherry casks seasoned exclusively for our distillery and matured in the hot, humid climate of vibrant Tel Aviv. Get set to discover a new world of whiskey. Now I like it. The only thing is I'm not going to give it a 10 is we don't know how long it's been aged. I haven't seen an age statement yet on there. Other than that, aesthetics, it is a 9. They kill you with information other than age statement. Oh, that's candy-like. It's like a sweet wine drop candy. The sugar in that sherry just rolls off at you hard. Fresh grapes, cherries. Apricots. A little bit of date in the background. I mean, it's just fruit. Fruit, fruit, fruit. Dried fruit, fresh fruit. Dried. More fresh than dried. I do get the dried dates though. There's a peach in there even. She is a fruit bomb. You get that subtle malty note that comes along with all those fruits. Touch of vanilla. Cheers, my mouth is watering. Okay, the nose is great. If you like fruit bombs, the nose is really good on this one. The nose I'm giving a 17 to. It's in all kinds of parts of my mouth. Very mouth-watering. Has a little bit of a minerality to it. Not much, but a little bit of one. Okay. You get the fruits, but the dried fruits take over in the palate. Not so much the fresh fruits you get on the nose, but the dried fruits start to sink in there. It is a little acrid, especially through mid palate. Up front it's sweet, 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 then it turns a little acrid in the mid palate. There is some body to it. It's not what I call syrupy or creamy, but there is some body there. A little bit of willy. Mouthfeel, I'm going to go ahead and jump to that. I'm going to give it, feel favorable, but I'm going to give it a 7 on the mouthfeel. It's good, but the acrid note that comes through is kind of killing it for me a little bit. It's a little bit metallic there, especially toward the end. It's a youth. There's still a little youth note in this. It's got a good flavor, but it's just, once it leaves that initial burst, it turns. It just flips on a dime. You go from dried dates, and even dried apples. A little bit of apricot in there. But the acridness kicks in. And that kills the flavor on this one. The flavor, I mean, it's drinkable, but it hurts the flavor on it big time. The flavor is I can't go over a 13 on the flavor. You get the sherry notes. The sherry's there. I mean, there's no... A little vanilla comes in at the finish, and that saves the finish a little bit. But it just, that mid-palate acrid note that kicks in there is just, you know, this was a neck pour. We're gonna set it, we're gonna come back to this and see if this changes. I definitely wanna do that. A finish on this, 1 out of 20. I'm struggling to give the finish, I'd give it a 12. The vanilla note gives the finish the 12. Value, in this day and age, $50 for a non-age stated thing. And it has a good nose on it. I think the value is a 6. It's not the best. I just don't think that the flavor brings a lot of this down in here. It's just not floating it for me. Keep sipping and you keep moving that up front through there, and don't let that finish and the mid palate finish hit. Works all right. Let's do this. I mean, I don't know anything about the distillery. I don't know anything about any of this, but they're on the right path. They just got to age it some more, I think. I think that's the big holdup on this, is the aging. So 9 plus 17, which was a great nose. I love the nose on this. And the palate was suffered a little bit. Has some mouthfeel though, and that's pretty decent mouthfeel on it. So if my total's right, we're gonna do it one more time. It's a 64 on the score. This is one of those that if you're feeling adventurous, and it may have changed since I bought this bottle. You know, this bottle's a couple of years old. Yep, twice in a row, 64. It might be something you could look into, maybe you find interesting. I'm just kind of struggling with it a little bit. I'm just struggling with that mid-palate punch, that acrid punch it delivers. And I think that's from lack of aging. I think it suffers a little bit from that. The age deficit. Anyway, that's going to be it, guys. So remember, the Sprit in your glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip, enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as we will. Everybody have a good evening. And, I don't know what to tell you about this one. This is if you can try somewhere else before you buy to see if you're going to like it, kind of deal. That's what this is. I'll see you guys later.